Welcome back to Digital Cortex, Thick Wick, Randomstylez. We're back at it again. Ooh. Whew. You're not going to do that. Are you really? Shit's going to wake you up.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I don't want to.
It's not as strong anymore.
I don't want to, though. Oh, I can already smell it from here. I'm done. Nope, not going to do it.
Just do it.
I'm not going to do
it's
it.
It's already open.
Not going to do it.
Do it.
I want to.
Wait till you get that feeling. Get in there.
Get a water.
Get in there. Just do it.
Nope, that's as much as I want.
All right, that works.
I don't like that.
You're not supposed to like it.
Dude, I've been like high all day. It's been great.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That is great. That's a great feeling.
Yeah.
I'm reminiscing about all the times I've done that.
And I got to sleep in the last couple of days. It's been so nice.
Oh, yeah. The sleeping in. Dude, speaking of sleeping in, I've been using this watch, right?
Uh-huh.
And it does your sleep report, and it shows you everything. It shows you your, actually, let me just pull it up.
Oh, yeah. It does it on your phone.
Yeah. So it,
you have to use the Samsung Health app though for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the problem is I have a Samsung watch, but I can't use those features because I can't download the app.
You have to be.
You have to have a Samsung phone.
Yeah, you got to be all in on Samsung, dude.
But I wanted the keyboard on that one over the Pixel watch. I don't know. I'm so upsetting.
So it gives you a sleep score, and then it tells you your total sleep time. So that's just it reads when you lay down. So I think it defines it as does it say on here? Oh, no, it's just talking about sleep in your sleep total. So it records when you lay down. So it said I went to bed at 11 and then I woke up at 5:30. And then it says my actual sleep time was 5 hours and 41 minutes. So,
5 hours and 41. Oh, because you go between the different sleep cycles.
Well, it subtracts the time from the time if you wake up. So it knows when you wake up in the night. So some people are more restless sleepers than others.
Yeah. I was actually looking into slightly because I keep seeing the ads for like taped mouth sleeping.
Yeah, the mouth tape.
Yeah, you put mouth tape on so that like ideas like you breathe through your nose.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be a better sleep.
It is. So apparently your sinus is really how you're supposed to be breathing. You have actually air pockets in your cheeks right here by your nose. So when you breathe in through your mouth, the air just goes down your windpipe, right? Mm-hmm. When you breathe through your nose, it actually fills up these pockets in your face with air, and it goes down your throat. So you're actually getting air in these pockets, and it's supposed to be better.
I should try it.
Better for your sleep.
It's just like you just put medical tape on your lips.
That's it. I think it's called like hostage tape or something like that. I think there's a company or something like that. I want to say I looked up one time, but it's basically tape for your mouth, like medical tape. So like probably you could use any kind of medical tape like that tape, like if you ever get like an IV or something and they tape it to your skin, that kind of tape. Like if there's this, when they put something and then they want to tape the thing to your medical arm tape and stuff. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's just that kind of tape.
Just be careful. That thing's hot. And it's ready.
And it actually might be less sticky than that because it's not like meant to like choke you. You know, like if you put enough force, you can break through it, I think.
Yeah, it's not gonna like rip apart your skin.
Yeah, that would suck, dude.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it starts like wearing on your skin, on your lips or something from all the taping.
Maybe.
If you did every
gotta
night.
constantly be moisturizing.
I think you can train yourself though to
You're
sleep.
gonna have to turn the cycle back on again. Press it 3 times. And then you gotta wait for it to go solid.
I think you can train yourself, because I've been trying to train myself to breathe through my nose at night, and I can kind of tell when I've been breathing through my nose all night rather than my mouth, because like my throat will feel different when I'm breathing through my nose. I think it feels a little bit more harsh when you're breathing through your mouth. At least that's how I feel. I can kind of feel a difference. So.
Oh, it's weird.
And then if I look at my sleep app, I do get better sleep when I think I'm breathing through my nose more.
So that's what I want to try too. But I guess my only concern is like I have really bad allergies, I think. So my nose is constantly like clogged with something, you know? Like I'm constantly having to clear my nose. So I don't know. How would that affect me as a nose sleeper? Like, to nose breathe, you know?
It should help, I think.
Be careful not to burn yourself. And you're going to pour out water. Yeah.
I'll just let you do it.
You just got to slide it down, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm not catching it. I see how it goes, but I'm too high to catch it right now.
Good, man. Good. You should be too high to do anything, you know?
So, your sleep time, and then you have your actual sleep, which was 5 hours and 41 minutes. And then you have a sleep cycle. So as you sleep, your brain and your body follow a predictable cycle through the different stages of sleep. If you don't get enough sleep, enough of these sleep cycles, you may not get the physical or mental recovery you need, and you might feel the result the next day. Most adults have 4 to 5 sleep cycles during a typical night of sleep. Getting too few or too many will lower your sleep score. So they give you a final score. The best way to get the right number of sleep cycles is to sleep for the right amount of time, typically 6 to 9 hours. So if you sleep over 9 hours, it actually brings your sleep score down because you're sleeping more than what you need, which is weird. You know, you think, oh, I'll just sleep more. That helps me more. But now, according to them, the score goes down the more you sleep. So
you can oversleep, and then you don't feel very good. Feel kind of shitty.
You do kind of feel weird when you sleep right a lot. You're like, you wake up and you're like, you don't feel refreshed. You know, so there is a weird limit. Like your body's like, yo, man, you got to get up, man. We're starting to get fucked up here, just laying here. And then wakefulness is the next one. So throughout the night, it has a bar of time, and it shows you at what time you woke up and what time this is already a good tracker. This is like what you would get from a medical sleep testing. Like if you went to an actual office and did a sleep test, this is the kind of stuff they would have gave you. This is what time you're waking up. This is what time you're sleeping at a more regular pace. And then you can see the bar is awake is the top, REM is this bar, light sleep is right here in the middle for me, and then deep sleep is the very bottom one. So at 11 p.m. I was getting deep sleep, and then around 1 o'clock I was getting more deep sleep, and then it started ramping up to light at 1:13 a.m. and then from light sleep it went to REM sleep at like 1:30 to 2, and then it went back down to light, and then back down to deep, and then back up to light for a while around 3:30, and then back to REM sleep around 4 a.m. It's crazy. So the watch is reading all of this while I'm sleeping. And then it gives you your physical recovery percentage. So I got a 69% on physical recovery. Yeah.
Nice.
Sweet. You got plenty of deep sleep, which is a critical part of your health sleep. Dude, I usually don't get much deep sleep, dude. When I'm looking at this stupid thing, I'll get like 12 minutes of deep sleep. Like, dude, it's so bad. I'm such a bad deep sleeper, but like, how do you improve deep sleep? Like, what the fuck?
I guess mouth tape.
It could be, but on this particular day, I actually got a lot for some reason. So like, my deep sleep, where is it? For deep sleep, I got 1 hour and 10 minutes, dude. That's like the most I've ever seen on this fucking app, dude.
Sorry, bro. I'm getting way too distracted with the movie. Maybe we should turn it off.
Okay, I can. Why are you looking at it? It's a crazy
watching
movie.
it. Yeah, I'm watching this movie. I'm like just zoning in over there. I'm like, oh, man, I should put the subtitles on.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I don't know. My brain's all just like.
So yeah,
everywhere.
deep sleep,
yeah.
dude. I got 17% deep sleep last night. And then light sleep, 2 hours and 56 minutes. REM sleep, 1 hour and 37 minutes. And then I was awake for 49 minutes out of my whole sleep time. So it also measures my blood oxygen during my sleep. So it can show if you're at what times, if your oxygen dips down low.
Yeah, and those are the features I can't utilize.
And I have seen where it's done that, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, what was happening at 12:30, dude? I was like not fucking breathing, like,
dude.
And then, but it also says that because it gives you information on here that if it gets moved, like, you know, you sleep and the watch gets pushed and it's not actually on your skin like flush, that it will interrupt the measurements. So. Yeah. It's not like I stopped breathing, or I could have stopped breathing. I don't know. You know, that kind of like snoring and shit when people do that. That's the sleep apnea. So like, I didn't have any of those nights or any of that last night. So I slept really good. So, dude, I'm trying to recreate my day yesterday in my head. Like, I need to do everything I did that day so I can get more consistent like sleep levels, because this is like the best. I'm telling you, that's the most deep sleep I've ever gotten. 1 hour and 10 minutes of deep sleep. I'm a light sleeper, dude. Like, it does like a sleep test on you, and it gives you a sleep animal.
A sleep animal? What's your sleep animal?
You want to see my sleep animal, dude? Oh, dude, it's so funny. It's usually on my watch, dude. I see him on here. Yeah, here he is. You see him on there? What would you guess he is, just looking at him?
Oh, that's one of them moles.
Yes, you got it.
That's cute. You just got a little mole down there. Does he have a name?
So let me. I haven't named him, but that's my.
What does that mean to sleep like a mole?
This was what a mole is. So a mole avoids the sunlight. Mole sleepers get enough sleep without waking up too often. So it's true. I don't wake up very much during the night. Like, once I go to sleep, like, it says I'm really good at staying asleep. So that means that I got the right bed, got the right pillow and stuff like that. Because I think that impacts you too. Maybe even your sheets too. Like, you can buy like cool sheets. Because that's also another thing it does too, is it measures your sleep temperature at night. So it knows how hot your skin is on your body. So if you can kind of start like putting the things together, like, oh shit, dude, like I'm like running hot most of the night. Like, you can see the spikes in heat. And you're like, maybe I need another fan in the room, or maybe I need those like cool sheets. You ever seen those like sheets that supposedly make you cool?
Yeah. I want to get some, but they're always so expensive.
You can find them at like if you go to like a TJ Maxx or Home Goods or something like that.
But they're never in the color.
Dude, I just get white, dude. Most of the time.
I wish it was that easy. I wish it was that easy, but it's not. It's not.
It's never that easy,
never
right?
that easy, no.
Well, I'm lucky she likes just white. So
no. It's like, oh, it's gotta be this or this or this.
It's gonna clash with the walls. And
like when I met you, you had like 15 different sheet sets on one bed.
Yeah.
And now it's like it all has to be the same.
I know, right? He had this comforter with this down blanket thing with this pillowcase that didn't even match the sheet. You know, like,
she had like king sheets on a Kelly King bed. It just did not fit right.
Yeah. Yeah, because the measurements are not exactly like a king. They're different. Mm-hmm. They're close, so you can make it work, but you can tell the difference, like especially with that fitted one. But yeah, I don't know. So you try to, it is helping. Like the sleep thing is helping because I'll know when I haven't got good sleep and then how I feel that day, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably why I feel like shit. You know, I knew I was gonna feel like shit after one event, dude, because I went to bed at like midnight and then I woke up at 4:00 or something. Actually, no, it was like 1:30. It was 1:30 and then I woke up at 4. I got like 2 hours of sleep that night. I surprisingly got good recovery though, dude. My body like went to work and started fucking recovering, dude. It just went into recovery mode, which is kind of funny, dude. Like it's interesting to put stressors on your body and then see what happens on the app. So I kind of mess with it too, like that. Go to sleep it said you like to sleep at different times. Like that's also a mole thing too. I forgot to finish reading it. So you don't wake up too often, but have inconsistent sleep times day to day. So I never go to sleep at like the same time. Like I'm weird, dude. Like some days I'll stay up later. Sometimes I go to bed earlier, but usually never that early. And then I noticed like on the weekend I slept like 10 hours. I did do one of those fucking 10 hours, which I never do, but dude, my sleep score sucked, dude. It said needs attention, dude. Like I slept like 1 hour, dude. Like it was freaking out, dude. Like it said I had no mental recovery. Like I got all fucked up, dude. Like my readings were red and shit. I thought I was trying to blow it out of the roof, dude, because I've never gotten more than like certain percentages on like mental and physical. Like I'm like, man, I want to get like 90% or something on one of those. But yeah, it was just funny, dude. It freaked out when I did that. It's like, don't do that. I actually got more recovery when I slept 2 hours. So like, oh, you know what? I think I'm just kind of like that one type of person that only sleeps a couple of hours and is fine. Like I remember listening to Brian Gumbel, the reporter. He only slept 4 hours every night.
My dad was like that. He can get like 3 hours of sleep and be fine.
Yeah, I'm like one of those types because I actually recover better when on those 2 hours of sleep than I did on the 10 hours.
I found my perfect sleep time.
So you probably, you know what? It'd be interesting to do your sleep animal and see because my wife's a lion. I forgot what the fucking lion is, but yeah, it takes all your readings for like a week and then it gives you a sleep animal.
So what I found personally for myself is that if I get exactly 7.5 hours of sleep, then like if I go to bed at a certain time to wake up within that 7.5 hour mark from when my alarm goes off to when I went to bed, I'll be fine for the day. Anything over that, by the time I hit 8, I'll be too groggy. Or if I do anything less, so if it's like just 7,
yeah,
I'll be way too tired.
You'll be yawning. You'll be walking around.
Yeah.
Like, and then you forget. You're like, you forget stuff. And you're like.
But if I get that sweet spot of like 7.5, 7:40, 7:20, you know.
Yeah.
Then like that's where I'll be perfect. My problem is that I never have that opportunity to do that nowadays.
Yeah. So you're usually tired.
Yeah, I'm usually tired. Or on the weekends or when I don't have work, I oversleep. So I'm like groggy.
Yeah, and then you're groggy. Yeah, it's weird, man.
I know.
And I'm 4 to 5. If I can get 4 to 5 hours, that's it. That's all I need. And I actually feel good. I can go up to 7 hours and I'm still okay. But once I get over 8, I don't feel good, dude. Even if I get 8 hours of sleep, I don't feel good. So I just think like, You always say 8 hours of sleep. Make sure you get 8 hours. But it's not true.
It's not, no.
And the readings are even telling me that. Like, don't do that, dude. It's not good for you. Like,
I think they said even like teenagers need way more than that.
yeah, I mean, babies sleep all the time. And then, like, as you get older, you sleep a little bit less. But teenagers are growing, so they need more sleep. They actually need more than 8 hours.
Yeah.
But it'd be funny. It would be interesting to put, a watch or something. And then you could actually get the exact amount of sleep they need. Maybe they're one of those that only need 8.5, or maybe they're a kid that needs 9.5 or 10.
Read that.
What, dude, you had when you try to shift gears, dude, and they get stuck. That happened to me. That happened to me one time, dude. I couldn't talk. I was like nothing came out, dude. And the person was just staring at me, and I was like, I was just getting over a cold though, so go for it.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, we were talking about kids growing and teenagers and sleep, and I said,
oh yeah, I just remember reading an article once, something about like schools should start later because kids aren't like active and they need more sleep.
Yeah.
When they're teenagers, so like high schools shouldn't start like at the latest by like 8 or 9.
I think 8 or 9 is a good time.
Yeah.
And then just shorten the day. Why do they need to be there at 7:15, dude? Like, you make them get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they're fucking kids, dude. They need to sleep.
Yeah. They don't get that sleep.
If they get more sleep, they'll be better. They'll even feel better at school, and then they won't be like, getting in fights and shit, because
Right.
they're fucking tired. Like you're messing, and then they're learning all day. What are they doing all day? They're learning something or talking about something. So you are using your brain. Like, it does burn calories. Like they've done that study on chess players, because they found like a lot of chess players were like not obese, like they weren't, and a lot of them actually were skinny, and but they're just sitting all day, and so they did a study on that, because they're like, even though they're not moving a lot, which everyone knows that you should move and have physical activity, but they're still in a decent amount of shape, and not overweight, or at least most of them aren't. And when they started measuring the calories that they were burning like a ridiculous amount, and it was from thinking. Like, they're intensely thinking about moves, and move after move after move, like 10 moves.
Yeah, I mean, similarly, I remember when I was learning to drive, and I did my like driver's education training.
Yeah.
Like when they put you behind the wheel and you're in that student driver car.
Did the instructor have a wheel too?
Yeah, they had a wheel and a brake.
I never went in a car like that. I didn't do that.
Yeah, it was all like
Was it at high school?
welded together. No.
Oh.
No.
Was that the
You
DMV?
had to, no, it was you had to. So in California, if you wanted to get a license, like you can get a license when you're 16, right?
Yeah.
But in order to do that, you need to complete driver's education courses.
Mm-hmm.
And those have to be behind the wheel courses and in class courses.
Yeah.
So you have to do so you would find like companies, like they would be local in your local neighborhood, because there's a market for this always.
Because you have to do it.
You would go to this driver's school.
And they certify you.
And they would certify you, and then you can go to the DMV and take a test.
To the DMV, and then they only accept
get your license.
And they would only accept certain companies, so it would have to be from a licensed.
So you have to go to a licensed company, that can certify you, and then that way you've learned to drive.
Didn't they used to do that in like high school? I want to say
they used to offer it as a class in high school.
Yeah, because I want to say my mom said, because she went to school in LA, and she took it at school. She took the class, and
they used to, but they don't offer it anymore.
That's dumb.
So now you have to pay.
Yeah, so you have to pay extra instead of.
I think it was like $250 when I was a kid.
And then you would make sure that every kid gets the.
So what's the inflation from like 2007, 2008?
I don't know, man.
Because that's almost 20 years worth. Oh.
What do you think it costs now?
Probably like it's got to be like 300 or 400, right?
Check it out. California driving school, right? I think it's like $500, dude. That's what I would say if I had to guess. It's all $750. Dude, what if they charge people like $800 for this stupid school test? Do they give like discounts for like low income families at least and stuff? Like, no?
I guess it would depend on the school. Like you'd have to find a school and go to that location.
So they might give you schools that you can go to, probably like, because they should, man. That's fucked up, man. Kids need to, if that's the law, then give them a way to fucking do it, you know?
I'm trying to find like a course, but it's not as easy as.
Can you just put cost? What if you Google cost? Just California school costs. They don't want to tell you. Try to hide the fees, huh?
I'm just trying to figure out a good way to
find it.
Yeah. I'm trying to put myself in a city on Google Maps because I feel like that's the only way I'm going to find it.
Yeah, because just saying California is too general. California is so fucking big. It's like a country of its own.
Okay, this is one that I had gone. Ace Driving School. So this was the exact one. Let me see if I can find a website. Ace Driving.
Maybe they don't charge you. Maybe you can just go now.
No, it's gotta be.
Really talking about that.
There are no refunds, but it doesn't say the cost.
So weird.
That's just the class schedule.
Sign up. Make a fake profile and try to pay for it. What if they don't require it?
No, they do because they ask for payment info here. But they're not telling me how much it is. I don't really want to put in all this info.
How are they not going to fucking tell you how much it is? It doesn't feel like a California...
I got to put a student name. It's just a lot. I don't want to do it.
Why the fuck?
Autofill's all for Arizona.
Let me see.
I don't know. It's just their homepage. Their frequently asked page doesn't have very much.
40 to 60 what? In California, high schools offer free driver ed. Driver ed at a driving school can cost teens from $40 to $60. Driver ed may be free if the teen also purchases a driving training package. These packages may range from $350 to $650. So $350 to $650, I guess.
360 to what?
$350 to $650.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
So it was $250 when I was a kid, though.
Yeah.
I guess let me just see what that inflation will be. Inflation calculator.
It's a pretty wide range, so
that's what we just should have done, because like I knew what the amount was. All right.
Yeah, I just googled how much is driving school in California. That's what it came up with.
Yeah. It had to have been 2008, 2007. So I think I was 17.
You have an inflation calculator?
Yeah, so it had to be 2007. To today. Yeah, okay, go. Calculate it. 380. So what was the point of that? Oh yeah.
We're just trying to figure out.
One of the things the guy had told me in the car was that driving was tiring when you're first trying to learn. Like it's an exhausting thing because your brain is constantly having to do so many things all at once. It's just not used to it yet.
Yeah.
Like, braking, gas, acceleration, and turn signals and mirror checks and looking at different signs and lights and turns and street names and everything that you're doing behind the wheel. It's very mentally exhausting.
Yeah.
And when you're first learning, like, you just don't understand how mentally exhausting that is. Your body's not used to doing that yet.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't had to do so many of that all at once. So you end up like so tired. So I do remember because the way it worked was if I was the first person on the route, I would get picked up and then by him, the trainer.
Yeah.
And then I would drive to the next kid's house. And then that kid would switch with me.
And you just be in the car too?
Oh, no. Wait. I would then drive to my house.
Pick him up?
Or we would drive around a little bit longer. And then that's when I would get dropped off. And then the other guy would switch. And he'd go pick up somebody else. So they go down the list of
so there's
like
always
time.
like a kid in the car.
There's always somebody, yeah.
I guess that teaches you to like focus on driving while people are in your car too, because that is another thing that you have to learn is how to drive while being distracted.
Well, that was the thing too is like you couldn't talk or do anything while the other person was in the car with you.
Yeah, you shouldn't be talking, but it's still people in your car, so you have to like get used to that. But yeah, I mean that's valuable like lessons that I didn't do.
I was tired. I was tired when I would get dropped off. I've been like, oh man, I need a nap.
Yeah, you felt the
first couple of times I drove for that amount of like period of time. Definitely was mentally drained because we were driving for, it wasn't even like a lot of driving time, but I was doing like 30 minutes or an hour at a time driving around the city.
Yeah.
Because you had to meet a certain amount of hours behind the wheel with a trainer to get a certificate to take that to the DMV. And then you can take the DMV test. And I remember that all my friends had told me to go to this different city to take the test instead of the closer DMV. So I had my mom take me to a different DMV, to a different city that was less populated.
And it was faster?
Well, yeah, there wasn't really like a line of people. Like there was a lot of appointment options. But the biggest thing was that I guess the idea was like the tips were always move your head. Like don't just move your eyes to look at the mirrors, move your head.
You have to, yeah.
If you're a girl, like pull your hair back so that the instructor can see that you're looking.
Yeah. Because
that's what a lot of people will get failed at. And then they would tell us, because that's kind of tips they gave us at the driving courses. Yeah. And they said, some people were talking about going to this other city because the DMV workers who would be doing the tests in the closer one, they were overworked and are constantly doing these tests and stuff. And so they have too many people and they don't got patience. So you get more patience with someone doing it in this other unpopulated city where they have a lot more time between tests.
Dude, somebody was really thinking about this, whoever told you. Like,
yeah, well, that's what they told me. So I went and I did it there at this other city and
they're really selling
did it my
you on
first
this.
Try.
All they would have had to tell me was there's less line. I would have been like, all right, I'm going there. Like, I hate lines, dude. So you like they really sold you on the like other location. Dude. You knew all about this place too before you even went.
Yeah. And my thing too is I took the test in a different car than what I was normally used to driving. So I grew up driving the family SUV. We had a Yukon XL.
That's big.
Yeah.
For a kid,
Yeah.
for sure.
So, and I'm a short guy.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I don't think about that from your perspective. You can probably barely see over. You're like, oh.
So I'm so used to driving these cars. My older brother and my mom had bought a smaller Kia Rio.
Yeah.
Real tiny car. I never driven it.
You
before.
never practiced on that?
No.
Jeez.
Because it was my brother's.
And he was like, nah.
But yeah, but he
Did you ask him? And he's like, nah, fool.
No, I think he got like put to juvie or something or whatever. I don't know what happened to him at this point. I think something. He was always in and out of something.
So basically at the time.
So my mom just had the car. So it was my mom's car. So at this time when I went to go get my license, my mom took that car because she thought it would be better for me to drive that car because it was smaller.
She is right, but you just didn't have any practice with it.
No. So I remember when they were asking me, like, where's the defroster and everything? And I was like, oh, shit. The other car didn't have this many options. And I was like, I pointed at the wrong one. So, like, that's the only thing I failed in my test, which still let me pass. But
yeah. Yeah, because the big ones are like no turn signal and like not looking both ways and not coming to a complete stop at the stop light or stop sign or whatever.
And the thing is that when I went to do the parallel parking, I don't think they do this anymore. Like they don't test you on it, but they used to test us on parallel parking.
Yeah, I did do it.
Or at least just parking in a
tight
area
space.
But there were no cars to parallel park in the area she took me to because it's a small little town.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. Well, she's like, okay, we'll just park up to the curb there.
You just drove up to the curb.
And then just back it up on the curb. Okay, he didn't hit the curb, so I guess you're fine. It's like,
dude,
okay.
they even, because I did it earlier than you. At the DMV that I went to, they had cones. They had a whole area by the office set up for just parallel parking.
And they still did when my older brother tried to get a license out here. I remember taking him.
Yeah.
To get his license. And he went to go practice. Like he had the cones and he would go practice it because he failed it. Because he's like, I've been driving forever and I was just trying to get a new license. And he went to go do it, but he failed because he had no idea what to do with these cone things. And I'm like, you couldn't back up into these boxes? Like, these boxes are real tight turns. And they said they could just come whenever I want to practice. And sure enough, he's over there practicing and I'm watching and because he's like, tell me if I hit the spot. And I'm like, okay, just pretend there's a cone there. There's like families with kids like practicing too at the same time. And I'm like, this is so fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because that's one good thing, because we don't do the driving school like you here, but that is one good thing because, dude, people suck at backing up and parallel parking. That's like the toughest thing for a lot of people.
It was so easy for me to get my license out here because I just walked in and they're like, you give California license? Okay, you're good to go. $25. They hole punched my California license and they gave me a new Arizona license just like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, because there is no school requirement here. So you just have to take the minimum. You have to take the test, and you already did school and a test if you're from California. So you did even more than we need here. So they're like, yeah, you're good. Get out of here.
Holy shit, your guys' license don't expire for like 50 years when I first moved out here?
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. I was like, what the fuck?
You could be missing an eye or something, dude. They don't care.
You're a whole different person in 50 years.
You have bionic limbs and shit, dude. You're not even like, you're half human.
Jesus. I think we need to get a new license every like 2 to 4 years or something.
Yeah, California. Yeah, whenever I talk to people from California, it would come up, or they would see my license or something, and
it was 5 years. Yeah. That was crazy.
They're like, what the hell? And you don't have to get one for 40 years? I was like, yeah, I don't know.
It's fucking crazy.
I mean, only if you, like, you're supposed to get a new one, though, if you get like when you move, so you can change your address and shit on it, because they'll ask you for your current address on there. But
I have the digital ID now. Do you have it?
They have that too now.
Have you set it up?
No, I haven't done it.
The other day I was driving to work and I forgot my wallet. And I was like, oh shit, I don't have my wallet. Oh, well, I don't think I'm going to get pulled over. I didn't want to turn back, you know?
Yeah.
I got up so early for work. It was like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And then so as I'm driving, I'm like, I think I'll be okay. I mean, if I need to purchase anything, I guess I could just do it digitally with my watch, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, if I get pulled over, yeah. If I get pulled over, what about my license? No, I don't think I'll have to worry about that. I'm not going to get pulled over. I never get pulled over.
Yeah, odds are.
But then I was like, oh, wait, shit. I can do that on my phone now, too. Because I just set this up.
Oh, you did? I haven't even seen the offer or the email or anything.
There's no email requirement or anything. You just download the app and go.
Oh, okay.
It's the Arizona, it's called AZ Mobile ID. And you have to do this weird thing with your face to unlock it. You see this got like an unlock screen? So you have to hit with face and you have to move your face to different, you see the points?
Yeah. I do this for 2K. When you can do face scanning. So you can scan your face.
Yeah, I can't even do it.
Well, you have glasses on.
So I'm just going to use a pin.
I think it doesn't like your glasses. I think it wants you to take your glasses off.
And then so the ID, when you show it to people, it like moves with your face and everything. See that?
Yeah, because it did a kind of like a 360.
Yeah, I had to take a 360 of my face. It gives you all your ID info. We had gone to the Crescent Ballroom and we were going to go to this like event. And I couldn't find my ID. It wasn't in my wallet's usual slot. And I was freaking out because I was like, oh my God, my ID. And I was trying to set this up because like I knew I had downloaded it, but I didn't set it up. So I'm trying to do as much as I can setting it up right now by logging into like the DMV website, but the service wasn't working really well. It was taking forever to send me the codes. I was like, oh my God, this app's not going to let me set it up right. And I was freaking out. And then I'm just looking through my wallet and I find my ID in a different slot. And I'm like, oh my God, it's been here the whole time. Crystal was so pissed off at me.
She's like, you took all that time and you had it.
Yeah, and I don't think I care for this silicone thingy.
Yeah, the less the better. That's what I like. I don't have any ring or anything on my fucking phone. But I was gonna say something and I fucking forgot. But yeah, I need to do that. What was the app? What's it called?
AZ Mobile ID.
AZ Mobile. Okay, I'll get that. I mean, that makes sense. I want to have it.
Yeah, it's good to have it. As I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, I mean, why not?
I've forgotten my wallet before, and if
there's an option to have it on my phone, then I'm gonna have it. And I guess like the biggest thing is that eventually, maybe that's their way of doing it for now, or there's like a way they're gonna let you put that into like Google Pay or something. Yeah. So you can just pull up your ID real quick and it's like, oh, it's accepted. Yeah. You are legitimately who you are.
Right. Here I am who I am. I mean, they already have all the facial recognition and everything. They have those cameras that run algorithms on the way you walk and shit. So even if you were wearing, they're using them in China. Even if you wore something over your face, they know who you are just by your walk. You know, they can see the weight displacement and your steps, and like it reads your face, has the characteristics of your eyes and nose and ears. Like they're just tracking everybody over there, dude. It's getting crazy, man. They're really living in the fucking future, man, with the social credit score and shit like that. If you fuck up, you get demoted to like a different color, and then that if you're in that color range, you can't take the fucking bus or transit or anything. You can't go nowhere.
Oh yeah.
You're not even gonna be able to leave your fucking house, dude. You have to scan your face to get out of your door, and if it's the wrong color, you got to stay inside. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to control. And then people are worried that they're gonna do that here. It's like, that's fucking crazy. I mean, hopefully not.
I mean, it's like forcing people to be good people, but that's the wrong way to do it. People just need to be good people on their own.
But it starts out that way, but then it just becomes control.
Well, yeah, because then eventually you're like, look, you don't understand how to live in a society, then I'm going to like force you to. And if you can't, we're going to punish you for not being able to do it.
It'll always be behind the geist of like, we're making you better or more like American citizenized or something, you know, like, and it's better for the people and nicer, and nobody's going to be littering and graffiti and stuff, because then you'll get socially demoted or whatever, you know, like, so you won't mess up. They'll say that, but then, you know, they'll use it for whoever they want to, you know, like they could say, oh, we don't like what you're doing, so you got demoted. You're like, wait, what? You know, so I mean, you don't want that kind of. That's what people are worried about when they talk about like gun control and stuff like that. They're not necessarily in favor of chaos or like everyone getting shot up and stuff like that. But it's a slippery slope, right? Once they start saying it's required to do this, or you have to have taken a gun class or something, then maybe they won't let you take that class if you have a ticket. Maybe you have a speeding ticket and you can't take that class, and now you can't get a gun because you have a ticket. You see how it like can start to trickle down, you know, when you start adding requirements. Yeah,
but I don't really believe in guns anyway.
People have them.
I know they do.
It's like that saying, like, you know, people believe in God, but they don't believe in the devil, you know. But it's like you can't have one without the other, you know. Like,
I don't think anybody doesn't. Like, that's the whole thing. You have to take the two.
You believe in the devil, right?
Well, you have to.
Yeah, because he believes in you.
That's why, you know, they've always asked, like, if the devil came and asked you, what would you sell your soul for?
Yeah.
You know? I always thought to myself, like, well, that's the perfect thing. I wouldn't do any of it. Because if the devil's standing right there and is real, then fuck yeah, the heaven and everything else is real too. So...
the yin and the yang.
Why fuck it up now? Yeah, I just got my proof.
Yeah. Would you sell though? Would you sell it?
No, I just said no. Fuck no.
You wouldn't do it? Like,
no, why?
I can make you a famous movie star. You'll have boats and Lamborghinis and mansions on the...
Yeah, but then when I die, I gotta go spend eternity in hell.
Maybe it's not that bad. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know, dude.
I don't believe it.
So you're worried about eternity, right? That stops people from being bad people, or at least it used to, right? Mm-hmm. That's one good thing about church, you know. Like there was a real. I mean, I grew up Catholic. I don't know what religion you grew up in, but yeah,
like
there's a fear that I could go to hell, like, especially in being a Catholic, dude. There's all these things you're not supposed to do, or you're going to hell, dude. Like, don't do this, all that. Oh, yeah. Like, they put the fear in you, sure. Dude. Like, you're like, man, I gotta. And then they would, like, because I did the catechism, and I did, you know, First Communion, and I did all that. And there's you have to do confession too. You have to confess to the priest. And they're like, you have to go in there, you have to tell them something that you tell them a sin. And you're like, dude, what? I was like, dude, I don't do anything bad though, you know? And they're like, everybody sins, so tell them. And they really like make you say something. And I remember like thinking like, I got to think of something. Like, should I just tell them I did this just so I can, like, I don't remember what I said, but I just remember the dilemma, dude. Because I was like, I couldn't think of anything that I did bad, but I was like, I was just going to make up something, like I stole gum or something, you know, like, because I was like afraid not to have something to say to the priest. Like they didn't want you to go in there and say nothing, you know, like they really like told us we had to say something. Damn. So yeah, I just remember being stressed out. They like, I was like, and then I was like, what is he going to say, dude? What if he gets mad? Like, you know, like, and then like, I don't know, you always see like the confessionals, like the old churches, you know, that were built in like the 1800s and shit like that. And, you know, the right. wood confession, you know, the door just kind of slides and everything. And you just sit and you're on your side, on your knees or whatever. Yeah. Like, but I remember we didn't have that. We had like a room. We actually went into like our own room with the priest. And I was like, dude, I don't know, man. This is
like you had to sit there and look at him.
Yeah, you and him, and he's like, so tell me what is. And I was like, dude, this is so. I'm so scared. I just remember being a kid, dude, and just being like freaked out about it, dude. Because it's like, you're just nervous. You're just like, because you think this is God. This is somebody that talks to God, you know, like they got the inside track for eternity, right? Because you are, even as a kid, you are worried about eternity. You're like, you know, I'm only going to be on this. How it got me too. I'm only going to be on this earth for so long. So I'm trying to see if there's any balloons, dude. I swear to God, there was fucking balloons on there.
Dude, I don't think there were balloons, bro.
There was balloons.
I'm sorry, but I don't
went
think
like this too. It went across the whole area and it went up, and it was animated balloons. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it other than. And then this was a button, dude. You heard the click. Have you touched that part of the
I don't know,
Roadcaster?
Man. I don't think so.
You tell me if there's anything to click right there. Nothing, right?
Nothing.
When I touched it, it went. You saw it. It goes click. Like it went down. Like it popped out, and I thought, oh, it's a button, and I kept trying to push the button, and there's nothing there. Well, anyways, nobody knows what we're talking about, but yeah. Anyways, just be good. Be a good person. Fear.
Well, that's what I said before. You know, like can't people just be good people?
It would be nice
It would be so much easier if everyone just like got high together and was just like, you know what?
We are all in this together.
Let's just fucking pick up our own trash and be decent individuals.
How much different are you from any person on the street? You know, you're just another person. We're people. We're humans. We're all in this weird.
Or at least we should be.
We're all in this simulation together.
Jesus. I don't know. The world's complicated.
Yeah, it is.
You have to pay for that stuff now.
Pay for what? Drugs?
Yeah, something like that.
What are you talking about, dude? We're talking about all this religion. You're like, I got my religion right here. This is all I need to live. I sell my soul. Love is what I got.
Yeah. Do you want some?
I think this is, I mean,
I got it heating up for you.
I think it is making people, I don't know, man. I used to think it was making everybody relax more, but then like people will like fucking go crazy and do some crazy shit. And I'm like, well, that didn't work.
What, marijuana?
Yeah.
People going crazy for marijuana?
No, I'm saying, I'm just saying like in general, the population would get more chill.
It's funny how like that battery's with the, do you hear that clicking? Oh, there's like a clicking. I don't know if it's coming through on there though. It might just be interference on our end. But like you can hear it when that thing gets close to the mic.
Oh, it's a battery, huh?
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, right?
Oh, why can't I get it? Ah, there we go. Oh, man. Ooh.
Damn.
That was a big one, huh?
That was a good one, man. Good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe the mic was picking up the sound inside the battery.
No, it's only when it's on. So when it's heating up like this and it's like on.
Oh, yeah. No, you hear it. If I hear it in my headphones. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets too close.
It's like
it's because there's like coils that it has to heat up, and maybe that's what it's doing. It's just sending that voltage through to the coils, and we're just hearing the voltage moving.
What if we could hear our own synapses in our brain firing, dude? They're just little pew, 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 pew. Every time we talk. Pew, 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 pew,
how scary!
pew,
What?
pew, pew, pew. Yeah, it's like an electrical storm going off in your brain, dude. How do you think you send signals through your body?
Through electricity?
It's energy. Yeah, man. Like that. You know, I sent the signal to my head and it made it go down my shoulder to my arm, down to my fingertips.
Oh, damn. You're transforming before my eyes. Stop it.
Full of energy.
Robots in disguise.
You just see, if we
Dude, you know,
if we had animation, I would be doing lightning bolts.
I've been playing with the. Did you see the recent YouTube upload?
No,
but
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I've been playing with the like words at the beginning. Try to give it some kind of like feel. It's pretty cool. I'll show it to you when we're done here.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, but and then at the end too, just with the, like the little effects that you put on the images and then the transitions. Try to give it like this weird old timey appearance thing.
Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, like chaos.
We got to, and then eventually we got to get like an intro animation or something happening in the beginning, like just a little setup or something. Oh, but what are we at?
56.
All right.
That's a pretty decent one.
Yeah. You got any new movies you're waiting for to watch or anything?
I just finished watching. It took me like a week to watch it. I watched it in like 3 parts. Gran Turismo.
That's the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the true story about
a video game.
Gran Turismo. They had like this contest. They partnered with Nissan to I think it was Nissan. They partnered with Nissan in Gran Turismo for a marketing stunt. They held a competition and took the best Gran Turismo racers from different regions, and they gave like the top 15 an opportunity to
drive a real car,
to enter into this. They called it like it was some kind of like racing school. Where they taught them how to race behind a real car.
Yeah, since they were good at a simulation.
Yes. And then they took the winner of the school. Like after a certain time, they would have them racing and stuff. Yeah. They would start eliminating people. Like the top 10 remained, and then the top 5, and then
the winner.
And then the winner. Yeah. And then so they took the winner and they had him compete in this local circuit.
Yeah.
So if he won 4th place in any of these, he can get his official international racer's license and he can compete in these bigger races. And so he did, and he made it all the way. And then he had like this freak accident. And because of that, they were like going to change the laws saying that sim racers couldn't be racers.
Just because of that accident.
Yeah. And it was like a freak accident because someone died. A patron died. Like a bystander.
Yes. I mean, those car parts can fly into the audience. Yeah. I mean, it happens in NASCAR.
Yeah. So they were on a German track, and I guess like there's this weird wind that came. And so it was a freak accident. It lifted his car. So his car went perpendicular to the road. And then
so that has nothing to do with the skill.
Flew over a fence. No. And he was like in a coma for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And then.
Because those are weird cars too. It's those wide
like
ones,
in
right?
The lawn.
It's those wide-bodied cars. What do they call them?
Gosh, which
they're weird looking, right?
But they did have some different weird ones. Yeah.
Yeah, so they can get underdrafts, but they usually don't because they're so low to the ground. They have that tight churning and everything, right?
Mm-hmm. But they were coming up on an incline. So it made it look like he was flying, and you can see him. He like totally didn't see it. But they had them on all these different tracks, and like, you know, he's so good at racing in the video game. Yeah. Like he knew the tracks. Yeah. Because the video game was so accurate to it. Yeah. Like he was calling out shit about his car, like he had lost a race. No, he crashed a car in the school.
Yeah.
And the guy who was training them, he was totally didn't believe that this was a good idea. Like
David
that
Harbour.
It's not safe. Yeah. David Harbour.
Yeah. He's a good actor. I like him.
He was totally against the whole entire concept of it. Like he thought it was a stupid idea. Yeah. A lot of people did because, they're like, it's a video game. It's not real life.
I'm pretty sure
this video game is the most realistic racing sim.
They already do that though for flight. You have to do flight
do now, but
I'm saying like the military and stuff like that, they train like that too. Like even if you're not just a pilot, everybody uses simulations.
But these are people playing on their PlayStations. That's the thing. You know?
So they didn't believe the PlayStation was good enough training.
I mean, when you say it like that, the skepticism is that these are kids playing video games on their home consoles with a controller. They're not driving, even though like these people would have these fucking rigs with like legitimate expensive equipment and
I've seen them,
wheels and everything for the correct tensions. All of
they're
it
not
like
using
super
a controller.
like these setups are massive. No, they're racing. They've got their cockpits and shit. Yeah.
With the screens all around him, and it makes it look like he's in the car.
Yeah, and then so they would have like legitimate setups, like they make chairs and everything for it. And in the game, every little thing you customize has its effect on the car too.
You can feel it.
You can feel it there while you're playing.
Yeah.
And they made it as realistic as possible. That was the whole goal when they created the game.
Oh yeah, because you got to think, Gran Turismo, the video game is still way ahead of simulations they were using in the 90s or something, or the 2000s. Like it's the software's better, the accuracy of the cars are better, the physics, everything that they put into it is way better. That's why it looks so good. The rain hitting the ground, making it. I mean, I used to play a lot dirt, that rally sport game. And you have to customize your car for whatever terrain you're going to. So if you're going to be in the snow, you got to change tires, you got to change your suspension, you got to change. There's all these things you got to change on the car to drive right. And then when you go back into mountains or something and you need to go up a hill, you need to change. Or if it's muddy, you need to change, like for whatever the situation is, you have to customize a car. And you can feel it when you're using the remote. But I mean, using a steering wheel would be the next level. You would feel it even more.
And that's what, he was gaming like that. So he put like more hours into the video game than most of these other peak drivers did in actual driving.
Yeah, you can. So, I mean, hours played is hours of practice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real scenarios you're having to go through.
And so they finally went to one of the bigger races in France. It's like at Le Mans or something.
Yeah.
And it was like the 24-hour race, and you needed a team of 3 people. So they took the top 3 sim racers from that school, including the guy who's been racing now.
Yeah.
And they had them race together on the team. So it was like a sim team. And I think they came in second. They didn't really show it, or if they did, I missed it in a glance or something. But it looked like they either came in second or first. But standing on the podium anyway is like a really big deal, considering it was like 20 spots in this race anyway. And it's a 24-hour race. Like you
simulation?
Have to. No. Real racing.
Oh, this is real.
This is a real race.
This
like
is
huge,
this
biggest
is after
race.
they already made the race.
Yeah, they were saying like getting on the podium at this race, at this track was like, that would make you a legend. That's who the legends are.
And he made it all the way to that.
Yeah, and he did. He made it.
Because if you think about it, you're a lot of whatever you're doing, like let's say you're surfing or you're playing a sport or whatever you're doing, that's hours of play for your brain. Like if you're trying to hit a baseball, you put so many hours of practice in your brain.
Yeah.
So I mean, surfing, it's just how many hours of surf time on the ocean, so I mean, driving is no different. It's so many hours, and he has a lot. If he played the game, he has hours and hours of drive time, like days worth of drive time, more drive time than you can, because you can do one after another. You can keep racing way faster in the game or the simulation than you can in real life. You can't do it that fast.
Yeah, and this kid is still racing, and they said in the movie like he actually did.
Like physical racing or racing just on
like physical racing.
Oh, so he came back and he's still a racer?
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I mean, once he got the opportunity to race in real life, he just kept going. And so he's one of the top racers, I guess.
What do you think about...
Well, he did the stunt driving for the movie.
Ooh.
He was his own stunt double.
That's pretty cool. Who else to give it to?
Right. I mean, you need a professional driver. Why not the one who's the movie's about?
Yeah, because you're just going to get another guy that's going to try to act like the way you drive, Yeah.
I guess one of the biggest things was like on that track, they emphasize this in the movie, is that, like when you're racing, you see that line in front of you.
Yeah.
That tells you like the optimal position to be for these turns and stuff.
Yeah.
And so... he says all the other drivers, they follow that line, but I know that there's certain spots where if I don't follow that line, I get in front of them.
Yeah.
And so
he knows all the spots.
He did that in real life. And they showed him like swerving in and catching people and getting in front of them and gaining positions.
He did it in the video game for hours and hours. It's already, and he did it on those specific tracks, which is even a crazier idea.
Yeah.
He not only has the practice, but he has the practice on the exact tracks that he's gonna be driving on. Like them
over and over and over, like so many times. It
would be almost like drawing the picture of the track in your head, like
right.
Everything, every turn. You've done it 1,000 times or more, in a video game simulation. So now it's just going to be more like, is it playing?
Yeah, it's just because it doesn't.
Oh, okay, muted. Yeah, you can move it.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Yeah, so it's just practice. That's what speaking of surfing too, that's what they these professional surfers were saying about those wave pools. Because you know how they have all those surfing wave pools that you can go to. He said those are it's so much practice. Like it's hours and hours of practice that you normally would take forever to get. Because think about catching a wave in the ocean, like how many are you going to catch in a day? You can get way more than that in that wave pool, You can get days worth of
on the
training.
ones that are more than just like,
they have more
for kids, more professional ones.
Yeah,
yeah,
they have
for sure.
And
I've seen that too. For snowboarders, they had like the indoor snowboarding treadmills.
They have those big wave pools too. Yeah, it's like an angled thing, and it just drags it across the water. They have
the infinity swimming pools where you can swim in one space, and the water pushes you, so you're swimming against the current.
Yeah, it's big as the swimmer, and the current's going through you. Yeah, the professional swimmers are getting real sophisticated with they do it with training too for athletes.
My friend has one.
They have a treadmill that's built into the water, so they can run in water, which is crazy.
Because it's harder to run in water.
Well, your weight supported. So if you're trying to recover from an injury, you're not putting your full weight on your injured leg or knee or whatever it is, but you're able to do the motions of running. So you're moving, your limbs and stepping without the full gravity of your weight. So it's a way for them to recover faster, that kind of stuff. Professional athletes that get all the best recovery training. Like that stuff is good. It's really good for your body. Like I watched a knee surgeon that he doesn't like to put people under anesthesia, to go to sleep. He thinks they should stay awake. He thinks you recover better when you're awake. you don't have as many complications and you heal sooner. Like some people, they'll get their knee done and they walk out of the office.
No, man, I can't believe that.
Yeah. They just got their knee done and they just walk out of the office. He's like, people think that when you have like an injury and stuff like that, you're not supposed to use your ankle or whatever it is. But he's like, you should. He should start using it. Like,
well, I know that as far as like the physical therapy, but like I could not walk out of an office like that when I had my knee surgery. But they did say like you had to stretch and do your stretches and everything like day one after recovery. Like as soon as you, the first day, the next day, day two, that's when you're starting to do your stretches every day. Yeah. And I didn't do that. So I had to go to extra physical therapy when afterwards because it was way too fucking painful for me.
It helps.
And that was painful too, the physical therapy. It was just so much pain.
It's counter to what you think. You think you're supposed to just relax, but you actually have to keep moving. He's like, even when people have knee injuries, I want them to move. Even if like you had an ankle injury, even if you can't walk on it and put your full weight on it, you should elevate it and then just move your ankle up and down. You know, like just to get the movement, keep the movement in your leg. Because I think that's what happens is that when you stop moving, it gets worse because you're not, now it's like really.
And then even most people too are walking wrong.
That's a whole nother, there is a way to stride.
And so you're not using that type of like joints and ligaments like you should be. Like you're supposed to walk heel first. But some people are like skipping around because they're not. Because like if you walk heel first, there's a bigger extension on your foot.
Yeah.
Than there would be if you just like are normally walking around. So some people aren't walking correctly.
They walk flat-footed.
Yeah, they walk flat-footed.
And it should be kind of more on your toes too. I mean, you should have like a
you're supposed to go heel to ball.
Yeah.
Heel to ball.
Yeah.
And that will like,
but not so much heel.
And that'll curve out your foot
because you can do too much heel too, where you're like flat-footed and you're just kind of walking and stomping on your heels. It's got to be a movement, to it. So yeah, I feel like too, like sports help you like work all that out because I don't really have to work. Like I have pretty good walking, I have pretty good stride, but I want to say that's because of all of the years of sports, dude. Like when you're running and then you're tired and you're jogging or you're walking, you like build, like you're using your legs so much that you just know what feels good, like and what works. So like everybody had different ways of running, dude. I remember I'd look at people, dude, and I'm like, dude, he's fast, but he runs crazy. Like his hands are to the side and like, and some people ran up and down. Like everybody had like different ways of running. I remember, I don't know why I would like be like, dude, that guy like runs weird. You would see, actually, you remember like at recess, dude,
it's like you've seen Attack on Titan. Now the Titans have their weird runs.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Everybody had different kind of run. You know what's so funny? I was watching this Steven Seagal movie. You ever seen like Marked for Death or something like that, or Hard to Kill? Any of those old like 80s?
I feel like I've seen the covers of them, but I don't think I've actually. Yeah. But I don't think I've sat down and seen them.
Dude, if you ever see those movies and you see Steven Seagal, dude, he runs so crazy. He runs like a T-Rex or something, dude. Like he runs like this, dude. Like I don't know how to. You have to watch. Like if you see his, actually watch. Google Steven Seagal run. I'm sure there's like a compilation.
I don't know. Last time we tried doing the Steven Seagal Googling, it didn't work out very well.
Dude, maybe Steven Seagal has been scrubbed from the internet, dude. Like there's supposed to be companies that can do that. I've heard a couple of.
Steven Seagal runs weird on YouTube.
Oh my god, that makes me laugh too.
That's him.
See, look, you see what I'm saying?
Like he's like grabbing the air.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, I'm not the only. This guy labeled it Steven Seagal runs weird. Like I'm not the only one.
It's just a compilation of him running in different movies. His arms are all flappy.
I told you. I always remembered that as a kid. I'm like, why is he running like that? See, he kind of
does run.
He kind of punches the air, dude. Look, he's like punching the air.
It's so weird.
See, I knew I wasn't the only one that fucking noticed this.
I can't stop noticing it now. It really is weird.
Look,
man.
He was a big martial artist.
The way his feet move.
I think that's a function of him being like into martial arts.
Also, what?
They just said also. What is this?
I don't know.
Why is this happening? They're pushing this guy in a hospital bed down a ramp, like super fast. Oh, that was him.
Was it him?
Yeah, because he's in a coma. That's why he has a beard. Because he gets like super fucked up about. I forgot what happened to him, but he goes into a coma, so he has to learn how to walk and fight and everything, and like he goes through a whole recovery. I forgot what movie that's from. That they just want to throw that in there because they're like, because she like, I think the girl he's dating or his wife or whoever the heck the girl was, she like busted him out of the hospital and like took him to like just a mansion or something, and he's just like rehabbing there. Like every day he's like, he's like fighting a bag and shit. I don't know. But yeah, that's Steven Seagal. Now you know Steven Seagal. Run.
He's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird. I think it's just all hit me how high I am right now. I don't know.
He does run weird. The legend is true.
I don't even know how we got there.
Oh, we're talking about running and steps and feet. And
oh yeah, we have to walk a certain way.
But that's the knee thing is
yeah.
The doctor, what he believes is that being put under has something to do with how you recover. That's why it takes so long to recover, because putting you out is not natural. Like I wonder if your body is able to like take the procedure better because it's awake and it knows what's going on. You know, like our bodies might not work how we just think they work. Like they still don't fully understand things about the body.
I don't know, because like that trauma sounds scary.
It sounds crazy, but I watched them do it. They actually, there's a documentary, or at least somebody did a story on it.
I mean, you have to do that for like C-sections,
so the camera,
right?
the camera's in there, and she's getting her knee scoped or whatever, and he's doing the whole procedure. She's like, and they're like talking to her, and they're like, "How do you feel?" And she's like, "I don't feel anything. I don't feel any pain." And she's like, "They just put one of those like curtains so you can't see
it."
But I also.
I would just be scared the whole time thinking about it, though. I wouldn't be able to sit there all calm, like, you know, like getting a pedicure or some shit, you know?
You think, but when they're doing it, they talk to you about what's going to go on, and then you can...
Because that's a long time.
That's a long time, man.
That's a long time.
He turned Scottish.
Dude, hold on. That's a long time.
Great Scott, that's a long time.
That's a long time to be sitting there knowing that like your knee is open.
Yeah.
Or they're poking around.
They're doing it with liposuction too, like with like
I would not. I would rather be knocked out.
Like plastic surgeries and stuff like that. Like tummy tucks and stuff like that. I've seen where they're talking to a lady. Like they post it on like Instagram and shit, dude. These places that do plastic surgery, and the lady's like, they're just talking to her like, yeah, I feel fine. She's like, it was a great process, and she's sitting there like while they're like, you know, cutting her or taking fat out or whatever the heck she's having done.
I can't.
She's awake.
Stop.
And she was like, it's better communication with a doctor. Like if she feels something weird, she can tell him, because maybe that happens too. You're put under, so you can't feel nothing. So if he's fucking up something, you won't know. So maybe he's in there hitting bone or something the whole time, and you don't even know because you're not awake. Like, so she was like, if I feel something weird, like in my knee, I can tell a doctor right away, and then he'll address it or something. Like, but you don't feel any pain. So if you didn't have to feel the pain, would you be okay with just sitting there?
No, because I would know it's happening. That's my problem.
You want to be put to sleep. I know it's
happening. Yes, please. I don't want to be part of it.
But if it would increase your healing, wouldn't it be better for you?
Nope.
So you rather do a 6-month like recovery than like a 2-month recovery or something? Yeah. Because like it's like these people, like I'm telling you, dude. I watched the lady walk out of the office after her knee operation.
I can't. I won't. I'm not gonna do it that way.
And she's like, I feel great. You don't want to be wheeled out?
I would be uncomfortable because maybe I want to move. Like maybe my butt's starting to fall asleep. I don't know. I'd rather just be asleep.
Whatever they give you, they make sure you're in a good state of mind. Like they not only like probably what medications or whatever they give you, but also like explaining the process and everything. I think if you knew more from the whole process, I think you might be, because you could ask questions like, is it going to be, am I going to feel this or am I going to feel that? Or they're going to be like, no, you don't feel anything on your knee. You won't feel any pain. Like I wonder what exactly they're doing, because from the videos, they don't really tell you exactly what you probably have to talk to like an actual doctor, and they can tell you why you don't feel any pain while they're doing the procedure. But I don't know. I think that's more the future, because I'm seeing more and more of these type of patients.
I just don't want to be awake, though. I don't want to be present. I don't want to be conscious during this. I can't. No.
What if they just give you something you feel like $1 million, dude? Like some fucking good ass drugs, dude, and you're just like, yeah, man, just do it. I don't know. They're like, so Steve, we're gonna cut off below your knee, and then we're gonna put a metal foot. So we have the new Samsung Footagen that will fit you for. It's going to be exactly the height that you need for your leg to make sure that you're still the same height as far as how tall you are. And then also,
what if I want to be taller?
Well, then we'd have to cut off your other leg and make it longer. So you could cut the other below the knee and then have 2 metal extending limbs that would go down to a foot that's articulating and rotating just like a regular foot. You'll feel your body will adjust to the extension, because dude, have you ever seen them do?
Dude, you're just telling me this procedure I'm about to get, and I can't. I don't know.
Have you ever seen them do a test where they can your brain will learn to have feelings for things that are not even a part of you?
Yes, I've seen that.
You seen that, where they put a towel over the dude's arm
and the fake hand.
They put the fake hand on the table, and then he hits it with the hammer, and he's like, oh, like he feels like it hurts.
And he tries to pull away.
Yeah. Yeah, your brain adapts very quickly to a limb. So I wonder if that's think of it like a computer, dude. Like recognizing different hardware that's plugged in. Like our brains have that capability to do that, and it'll give sensory to it too. Because he really thought it hurt. Like he was like, oh, like it. His mind made it real, even if it wasn't fully connected.
Right.
So it's kind of weird, right? Isn't that kind of crazy? Maybe we're more like.
Well, they did that after they trained it too, because like they would first like.
Yeah, he trained the brain. Yeah, he trained it to be a limb, and the brain took it. So this is studies that they're doing on the programming of our brains, because they're trying to figure out, because they're making sentient fucking things, man. They're making robots and shit, you know. They got the AGI, the artificial general intelligence, right? Isn't that what they call it now? They don't call it AI, they call it AGI. Artificial general intelligence. Right? Let's put AGI in.
I don't know. You lost me, man. Artificial general intelligence.
Yes.
Is a hypothetical type of intelligent agent. If realized, an AGI could learn to accomplish an intellectual task.
So this is what they're working on. You seen dude, you know what I just saw? I should have sent you the damn video. Japan has been working on a robot for a person to sit in and operate. So you could sit in it and it's bigger than you. Like it's a good size because you're sitting in like the chest area. And they showed the person sitting in it and
it's like a mecha.
Yeah. And it had screens like that all the way around. And it looked like you were looking through the machine.
Like you're in a mech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah.
This is a startup company that's been working on this. And he was powering it out. And it was talking to him. It's all, please release the brake. And then like before he starts like walking, it cuts out. I don't know if it's real. It looks awesome. But you know they got to be working on shit like that. Because if we're getting cool shit, cool screens, imagine what they have now. You know? Like I told you that I've been looking at that OLED, dude, and it's organic fucking light, dude. Mm-hmm. It's the shit, dude.
I need to wait for like a big event like the Super Bowl.
That's what they made the new Nintendo Switches, OLEDs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It makes a difference. All of our screens are going to eventually be OLEDs. Like,
oh, yeah. It's been in our phones for a bit, too.
Yeah. It's coming. People don't even know that it's out there. And it's going to change all of our screens. They're going to look so much better and be so much more useful in daylight because you're going to be able to see your screen better. Because in those, what is it called? The backlighting usually goes through the pixel. So there's a backlight to the screens and that creates our red, green, blue.
Right.
The RGB.
Mm-hmm.
So they just use a general light that when it's connected to those three colors, you can generate a picture pretty easily. But with the organic, every pixel is its own light. There is no backlight. So it can be as bright as it wants to or have no light at all. And so instead of it getting, shine from the back, it's just each individual pixel. And you can tell the fucking difference, dude. It looks so good.
Yeah. That's why they can light up just like a portion of your screen when your phone's off.
Yeah. Yeah, but on a TV, when you see it at a 70 inch,
you have like zero bleeding of light.
Yeah, and the darks.
So the blacks, they're just so crisp and they're looking good.
And it makes the other lighted part even more clear. So it's an awesome fucking technology, but yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what's coming, what they're fucking working on.
Yeah, I want a new TV like that, man. I want some beautiful blacks.
I was actually looking at the computer monitor. They have an LG monitor that's pretty sweet. It's not OLED, but it's nice. They have a couple of monitors that they have that curved one too, but it's a Samsung curved monitor. I was looking at that one too.
This new one I put on here is pretty nice.
Yeah, no, that one looks clean. You were touching the screen and I was like, yeah, that's pretty.
Viewing angles are pretty alright.
Yeah.
They're not terrible.
Yeah, no.
It is so very clean. I just don't use this as much as I want to, though. But don't tell Crystal.
I want to use it more. You got Spotify on there, so that's a good start.
I got Spotify. I got Xbox.
The big ones.
I'm going to need to definitely get that 4G card in there.
That'd be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Once you then you're just full on mobile, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys finish that Star Wars puzzle?
Yeah.
The one with all the different characters on it or whatever?
No.
What? You didn't do that one?
No.
It was too much?
Yeah.
Dude, I was putting that shit together. You should have left it. I would have finished it.
Shit, we needed the room and it was taking up. No one was finishing it. It was Crystal's thing. She's like, I want to do it. I'm like, I don't think I can. I don't think I'm at that level yet where I can do that puzzle. She's like, I want to do it. I'm like, okay, well, we put it out and you do it and just don't lose any pieces. I keep telling her, I was like, we just need to take the slats off the pool table and do it on the pool table.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I could help you take it off if you want.
No, it's not hard to take off. It's just that she didn't want to do that.
Oh.
And I told her, I was like, then we could put the slats back on when we're not making a puzzle.
Yeah. Let's do it right now, dude. Shit.
No, she didn't want to. So she got intimidated by the puzzle. Eventually, it was sitting there for so long and no one was touching it. And she was like, it's just like, I don't want to get stuck in that zone of trying to do this puzzle.
Dude, it was fun, dude.
It's a hard puzzle.
I only did it for 15 minutes, dude, and I was having the time of my life, dude. I don't know why I like puzzles. I just like finding the pieces. I'm like, I'd rather
do the Legos. I like Legos.
I get like an endorphin.
Or the Gundams. I like to put the
those
little
are
models.
nice. I like putting those together too.
Model planes.
I like building things with my hands. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But puzzles, like I get a little endorphin hand. I'm like, ooh yeah, I found that fucking piece, dude. I've been looking for that piece for like 5 minutes, dude, and I found it.
I know. It's just, I can't do some of these puzzles.
I like looking at the details.
Oh my gosh, like I could just get anxiety thinking about like those puzzles that are just one solid color.
Ooh, those are gnarly. There's impossible puzzles that you can buy online. They're literally called impossible puzzles. Yeah, that's next level fucking. But dude, it's good.
All right. I can't anymore.
It's good problem solving though. Like we were talking about, we've circled all the way back to brain, dude. It's good exercise for the brain, man. It's problem solving.
This is the Cortex episode.
You know, whenever we can circle back organically, that's when we know it's the end.
Yeah,
so
I think so. I think this has been a very great night. My name's Thick Wick. That's Randomstylez. We are Digital Cortex. And have a good one.
Later.
So like delayed. Okay, bye.